Julio Le Parc is an Argentina-born artist who focuses on both modern art and kinetic art. Le Parc attended the School of Fine Arts in Argentina, a founding member of Groupe de Recherche d'Art Visual and award-winning artworks. He is a significant figure in Argentinian modern art life. Julio Le Parc was born into a family of limited economic means. At age 13 he moved with his mother and brothers to Buenos Aires. While he attended the School of Fine Arts and showed growing interest in artistic avant-garde movement in Argentina. The School of Fine Arts is where Le Parc, along with fellow artists Hugo de Marco F. Garcia Miranda, Francisco Sobrino, Horacio Garcia Rossi, Molnar, François Morellet, Sergio Millano Cervanes, Ivarral, and Joel Stein formed the Groupe de Recherche d'Art Visual, or GRAV, a precursor of kinetic art and op art. Founding member of Groupe de Recherche d'Art Visual and recipient of the Grand Prize for Painting at the 33rd Venice Biennale in 1966, Julio Le Parc is a major figure in modern art history. The socially conscious artist was expelled from France in May 1968, after participating in the Atelier Populaire and its protests against major institutions. He currently lives and works in Cachan, France. Career. Early. Julio Le Parc found an interest in art at the age of 13 when it was evident that, while he was a mediocre student, he was exceptional at sketching portraits and illustration cards. His environment, mainly being the School of Fine Arts, significantly influenced the early part of his career. While there he attended night classes while working full-time. Le Parc took a special interest in the avant-garde artistic movements in Argentina, movement of art concreto invención. After attending the school for 4.5 years he decided to leave the school and the area. He decides to go travel the country, not speaking to his family for 8 years. He later returns to the Academy of Fine Arts, where he takes an active role in student movement groups. After returning in 1958, Le Parc received a grant from the French Cultural Service to go to Paris, France. Much of his early career was committed to painting, engraving and creating monotypes. However, in 1959 Le Parc begins his experimentation with image produced by light multiplied by layers of planes of plexiglass. Le Parc participated in his first exhibition, Bienal de São Paulo in São Paulo, Brazil in 1957. Upon arriving in Paris in 1958 he connected with Jesus Rafael Soto and Carlos Cruz Diaz, who were already in Paris. They met Victor Vasari, Georges Vintongelu, Morellet, and Denise René, whom they became friends with. René, a French dealer, was committed to the promotion of abstract art, and later helped launch kineticism. Upon building relationships with these fellow artists and moving permanently to Paris, Le Parc began to paint what came to be known as surfaces sequences. These are works in which the progression of forms with slight variations create illusions of rhythmic movements when completed. In 1960 the GRAV group was established with the collective strategy to delegate the creative act to the viewer. The group advocated for art to play a wider and more active role in society. In 1966, Le Parc won the Grand Prize in Painting at the 33rd Biennale di Venezia, Venice. He had been living in Paris for 8 years at the time of receiving the award. By this time, Le Parc had invested himself in experiments with light. Le Parc had personal experiences with light and mobiles in a translucent cube, as well as an animated piece of light projected on ceilings, walls and the floor. He was also experimenting with light on a reflecting cylinder. A defender of human rights, he fought fought against dictatorship in Latin America. In 1972, he refused to hold a retrospective exhibition at the Musée d'Art Moderne de la Ville de Paris, after flipping a coin to make the decision. Late Le Parc has continued his use of light and kinetics. However, in the 1970s, Le Parc's artistic activities became less frequent, to the degree that his work almost went unnoticed in the international arena for several decades. Nonetheless, with a renewed interest in using light as a medium, Le Parc's work is being brought to the attention of a wider public. In 2004 he produced with Yvonne Argentario in Elettrofiamma, Italy, a series of sculptures presented the event Verso la Luce in the castle of Boldoniga. It is still visible in the castle garden monumental sculpture Verso la Luce. He received a one-man show at the Palais de Tokyo in Paris in 2013. He is socially committed to immersive art. Selected artworks. Mobile transparent theme is made up of small pieces of plexiglass connected together like a translucent cascade flowing from the ceiling. This work was the most highlighted work in his exhibition in Miami, Florida in 2011. This work was placed at the center of the main room, allowing the viewer to walk around it to see all the different angles reflected on a mirror directly below it on the floor. Le Parc made an additional version of this work, originally from 1960, for the exhibition in Miami. Light in movement is another sensorial artwork, as with all of Le Parc's works, which did not aim to be a narrative but experience-based. The piece is made up of painted drywall, mirrors, stainless steel, nylon thread and 2 spotlights. The work is approximately 42 feet by 16 feet by 16 feet. This artwork is found inside a dark semicircular hallway where light is experienced as both a reflection and refraction. The viewer stands below the work and observes the myriad of twinkling lights around the space. This piece was also refabricated in 2010 for its installation at the Geffen. As with many of Le Parc's works formed this time, in an interview with Alma Ruiz on M. Mercier's website, this piece focuses on the visual experience and omits the anecdotal. Le Parc, along with the other member of Graph, focused heavily on the viewer's experience and interaction with the artworks, similar to the mobile transparent theme. This piece was also a part of the Miami exhibition in 2011. The intention of Cellule avec luminary and vibration is to incorporate light in the sensorial experience of the viewer. This piece is from 1968 and is 150 by 157 by 137 in. A projector displays light on a wall and changes pattern in a rhythmical way that appears to be a vibration. This piece was placed in a separate room by itself away from the other artworks to help the viewer enjoy the experiences of light and sound. The goal was to make the viewer feel as though they were isolated from the rest of the world. One of Le Parc's key endeavors is the Alchemy series. He used 2 paintings from this series in the Miami exhibition of 2011, Alchemy 175 and Alchemy 216. The Alchemy series is titled Alchemy, followed by a number representing the order that it was created. Alchemy 175 is from 1991, and Alchemy 216 from 1992. These 2 pieces are claimed to be Le Parc's tribute to this science, as they both explore the significance of water. Water is referred to as one of the 4 main elements of nature and is the symbol of flux, renovation and purification. He is again exploring movement, however in these paintings he uses water. He does this by painting fountains sprinkling water in an umbrella form and using light to change the perception of the viewer. The modulation series is another significant series Le Parc has been working on since the early 70s. Again, similar to the alchemy series, this series is titled Modulation, followed by a number in the order that it was created. Modulation 1160 is a work from 2004 in which many believe this is one of the finest works from the modulation group. The piece is split into quarters, right in the middle from the top to the bottom, with what appears to be a ray of light, and side to side with a structure that looks like an open fan. The work is acrylic on canvas and measures 39.5 by 39.5 in. This painting gives the illusion of movement of both the light and the fan at the same time. It appears that the light is actually activating the fan, thus putting it into motion. The modulation series consists of hundreds of different works that Le Parc describes as experiments. Additional artworks: Images Project AA's 1962, Sol Instable 1964-2005, Retrospectiva Instituto di Tela Buenos Aires 1967, Rubens Event 1988, Lumière sur Mat 1999. Exhibitions: Solo Serpentine Sackler Gallery, London, United Kingdom 2014. Palais de Toico, Paris, France, 2013. Otramarada, Buenos Aires, Argentina, 2010. Le Parc, Lumière, La Habana, Cuba, 2009. Julio Le Parc A Vertige Vertical, Cachan, France, 2005. Julio Le Parc Verso la Luz, Torsions, Scultura Monumental Permanente nel Giardino del Castello di Boldoniga, Brescia, 2004. Alquimias, Quito, Ecuador, 1998. Salle de Jeu et Travaux de Surface, Arcueil, France, 1996. Obra Recente, Valencia, Spain, 1991. Modulazioni di Julio Le Parc, Brescia, Italy, 1988. Galleria Napoleona, Geneva, Italy, 1979. Gallery Denise René, New York, USA, 1973. Kinetic Objecte, Ulm, Germany, 1970. Group Flash, Light and Movement, Tampere, Finland, 2009. 50 Años de Pintura Geométrica Latino-Americana, La Plata, Argentina, 2002. Portsuvitis, Cachan, France, 1994. I Bienal de Cuenca, Cuenca, Ecuador, 1987. Art Programmata e Cinetica 1953-1963. Milano, Italy, 1983. Brigade International de Penders Antifascists, Athens, Greece, 1975. Kinetics, London, UK, 1970. Light in Orbit, New York, USA, 1967. Groupe de Recherche d'Art Visual, Paris, France, 1960. IV Bienal de São Paulo,